24 nations, 4 host cities, 76 matches across 17 days. And tonight, Gothenburg stages its final act. Sweden have already produced 2 5-set thrillers and a record-breaking 52-point performance from Isabelle Hack. France have emerged as one of EuroVolley's surprise packages. Both are through, but second place will taste a lot sweeter than third. But welcome back to the Scandinavium for the 15th and final match of an extraordinary week in Gothenburg. Sweden have won 3 of their 4 matches, twice surviving the full 5-set distance. France have swept through their opening 3 opponents before becoming the first team to take a set from the world and Olympic champions, Italy. Both nations are here already knowing they're heading to Brno for the round of 16. Tonight determines the order in which they travel and the opponent waiting when they arrive. Well, there are France. They've had considerably less recovery time. They pushed Italy yesterday and became the first team to take a set from the champions, but eventually lost 3 1. They're young, they're physical, and they might just have an injury there. There is Halimatu Bar, who twisted her ankle whilst landing, spiking on the foot of Merit Adigui from Italy. Well, Sweden last played on Tuesday and produced perhaps, most definitely, the most dramatic match of the championship. They trailed by 2 sets to Croatia. They recovered to force a decider and eventually won it 23-21 in that final set. Isabel Hack scored an extraordinary 52 points, 47 kills, 3 aces and 2 blocks. There is Hack, and she might have to be at it again if Sweden want to win this matchup. 52 points, the highest ever in European history.
Amandine, we know everything about this match. The winner takes it all, as the song says. So it will be decided who will be the second. What do you expect from the match and from your team?
I expect a tough game. We know like this is the game for the second place. Sweden is doing good in this competition. The gym will be full. So I think a great battle, but we are doing really well in this first part of the European. So I hope a victory for us and a big, big game for all the fans and everybody who will look at this game.
And last match in the pool, the most exciting. We know everything. Who win? It will take the second place in the pool. What can we expect from Sweden?
I think so far we've played some really good games here in Scandinavium, so I'm hoping to again give the Swedish audience that's been amazing so far another great match against France.
Well, the 2 captains, Anna Hack, firstly, who, Sweden will be pretty relaxed and happy with what they've done so far. But, well, listening to the captain, Amandine Giardino, she also knew it'd be a tough battle, didn't she? And I'm not surprised that France, though, without Halimatu Bar, let's see what happens on the outside. But one thing we do know is that in Lulu Aratatihi, they have a very good replacement. She was excellent off of the bench yesterday against Italy. For Sweden, they've had time to recover and recharge, especially the legs of Isabel Hack, who scored over half of the points for Sweden a couple of nights ago. She is a Champions League winner. She's won the Italian League with Amoco, and she has a team around her as they look at the scouting plans that want to get back to the quarterfinals like they did in 2021. It's a new and emerging program, and the Swedish Federation have supported them immensely by hosting this Pool D in Gothenburg, and it's really gone down well with the Swedish fans. Well, there is Giardino and Anna Hack in the toss. Well, the lights are off. The last game here in the Scandinavian. Whatever happens tonight, Gothenburg's return to major international volleyball has been an enormous success. Croatia qualifying now, it's just down to who is going to take second place. Hack has been a machine, breaking her own EuroVolley scoring record, but she has the likes of Hannah Helvig around her on the outside, who's been in double figures a couple of times. Giardino has been used off of the bench primarily as a receiving outside because of the form of Juliette Jolin, the fantastic libero. But apart from that, they have a lot of strength in their roster on the pins. Cyril Dupuy has been excellent. And, well, first of all, it is Giardino that leads the French side out here. And Noël Chouk-Barbet, who's been played off the bench twice, will follow Juliette Joulin, the brilliant libero who will be staying in Italy with Bergamo next year. Lulu Aratatihi off the bench scored 17 points when Halimatu Bar was injured yesterday. France really did impress and they pushed Italy close. Iman Njai off the bench in every game, a physical opposite. Fatoumata Fenjoy is, well, started one game, hasn't played in the other 3, but she was excellent in the middle. Amanda Silves has played everywhere. And Matti, the second setter, following out Erlinga. The P is the weapon to watch on the right side, always up around 20 points, just 19 years of age. Eva Erlinga, followed out by Honora Darnard-Solos, the setter who plays in Paris. And Amelie Rotard, number 88. A bit more rest on her shoulders than outside. Thought she had her best game yesterday against Italy. She was very dangerous. There is no Halimatu Bar, so France playing one short as the ankle injury. It looked like a bad one for Bar yesterday. We wish her all the best. For Sweden, the fans are in now. Anna Haag will be playing in Japan this year, the Swedish captain who won the American Love League in its inaugural year. They have to savor these moments playing at home. It has never happened before, and it is a huge moment for everyone involved. Maya Tabron follows Erika Muhizi. Muhizi was a last-minute replacement. Tabron has been used off the bench twice. Linda Anderson is number 3, and she will play in the middle. She's made 6 and 7 points in 2 games in this competition. Elma Olofsson is the other starting middle, and then out comes Isabel Hack, 52 points at 52% efficiency. What a performance from the Emoko right side, former for Kifbank as well. Hilda Gustafsson was brilliant coming off the bench. She was a real game changer, the setter, and it'll be interesting to see whether she starts tonight or whether the first choice setter, Vilma Julevec, will start. Hanna Helvek is also out there now. Philippa Brink, the libero, coming out earlier on, number 16. Number 22, Marta Edlund, didn't play in the last game against Croatia, that 3-2. Absolute ripper of a game, one of the most dramatic in this EuroVolley, and I'm going to say in EuroVolley history. Sweden versus France for second in the pool here in Gothenburg. One of the best anthems, France's 19th EuroVolley, a 4th in 1951. They've never won a medal, but this team shows a promising future for the Blues. Sweden's 6th appearance at EuroVolley. Their quarter-final in 2021 came after a 38-year absence. and they have really captured the hearts and the imagination of the Swedish fans. There are the two squads, France full of physicality, and Sweden with a generational talent in Isabel Hack on the right side. Handshakes before this gets underway. It should be a cracker. We've already had a cracker in Pool D with Croatia 2-1 down on the brink of elimination, coming back to beat Montenegro 3-2. And all of a sudden now, the last game this week has whistled on by. There is the head coach, Lorenzo Micheli, former assistant coach of Italy and former coach as well of Bulgaria. France, led by Cesar Hernandez, not in your picture there, but a very cool, calming head coach from Spain who was brilliant yesterday against Italy. Raquel Portela and Marco van Zanten. Well, let's have a look at the starters, Hack and Vuliak. So there is no change in the center department. Anderson, Olofsson, no surprise. Helvik and Hack, that is their first 6. Silves starts in the middle with Aluga, and the only change is Ratatihi on the outside, who will be introduced first after coming off the bench yesterday. Physical and superb against Italy as the top scorer. Cyril Depi with 71 points starts as well. There is Amanda Silves, the middle blocker, number 15, who's tied 3rd in blocks in this competition. France have been solid in that. Amelie Rota, impressive against Italy, scored 8 points, but the top scoring offense game was against Croatia in the 3-0 win. She scored 11. Sweden with 2nd place on the line in front of a packed house here in the Scandinavian. It couldn't be clearer. You win, you have an easier draw in the knockout rounds. The pressure's off, really. Linda Anderson in the middle, started every game. 7 against Slovakia, her best game from a point scoring perspective. Emma Olofsson has scored 4 against Slovakia. Hack, 52 against Croatia. Anna Hack starting on the outside with Hannah Helvik. They've been strong and they've really picked each other up when the other one hasn't been performing, and they've managed to balance out the points, almost equal in this competition. And Philippa Brink is the libero who's had some very good games, 65% positive against Slovakia. Cesar Hernandez, the head coach, once again showing that he's very calm for France. And then Lorenzo Micheli. Micheli in his first EuroVolley. Micheli in his 2nd EuroVolley as a head coach. I want to put on a show, and you think that in Isabel Hack's career she's experienced so much at club level, but she looks as if she is loving playing at home in front of her home fans. It's another packed house here in Gothenburg. Julovic will get us underway for Sweden against France to see who finishes 2nd in the pool. And that is Rota, as high as you like. Sorry, Ratatihi as high as you like, my mistake. Mixing up the rotation early on, and I have to say, we've been so impressed with Barr, but coming off the bench is tough, and yesterday she played like she had nothing to lose. To the outside. 2 up in the block. Volley to the line, and Hack for the first time slaps one away. Anna Helvig, whose brother Jonathan has been in attendance this week, Olympic gold medalist, world champion, two-time Euro beach volley champion. From that left side, that's heavy hitting, this time from Rotar. So I've got that right this time, but she'll have a job on her hands against Hack, and Hack will be up against her, and to hit rounders good, brink speed and deep. You have no idea where this game is going to go, because if Hack heats up, which he always does, then France are in trouble. But France are so balanced, and they were so impressive against Italy. The only team to take a set off of Italy, and it could have been more. Anna Hack goes for the sharp slicing angle. And Sweden haven't got the best record against France. They've lost both of their games against them a long time ago, in 1971 and 1983. But France also don't have a good record against host nations, but I don't think that matters. We were saying yesterday that Silves has a brilliant jump serve on her, and she hasn't quite got it going in this competition. And that is a sign that she is getting it going. And already, Sweden are on the back foot against this tough French physical outfit. Hack's been dug again here. This is very much what happened against Croatia. They went 2-0 down. Hack was just warming up into it, and then Hack took over at 2-0 down to win the next 3 sets with Sweden. The massive team effort, but 52 points is a big night in the office. She'll be playing in Love, Minnesota next year with Hernandez as head coach at club level. Tips coming. It's a good tip from Anna Hack. That's what they need from their outsides. Consistent, good decision making. And with France so big in the block, they're going to have some struggles. And last time Hack tried to hit that sharp angle. That wasn't on this time, too far off the net. Passes a little off. Volley to the line. Massive opportunity to get Hack into the game. Bernard Salus. Whoa, calm down over there. Oh my word. Juliette Julan. That was unbelievable, over the top. And you have to be so careful in those situations. The rest of the team just sort of watch on nonchalant, but I was worried for her. I don't know if you were worried at home, but I was. Sweden are here. Make sure you've got something nice to drink. Treat yourself to a good snack. And get in front of this one, because it's going to be a very good game to finish off the pool. There we go, through the middle. Luga, who was a blocking machine yesterday for France. I have to say, one of the most impressive performances so far, in terms of just making sure that Italy were always struggling against her. Scores offensively, and France is still 2 up. That's what you get from the 19-year-old. Expect her to be playing in the top league. She's got another year in Paris, but I feel like everyone's going to be watching the physicality that she plays with. She's an exciting prospect. It is the Paris St. Cloud opposite. Hack is there again, though. Good tempo. Have to play quick to try and beat the middle blockers for speed and maybe open up the tool as well. We have a challenge anyway. for a block touch. So the ball went out the back, but unsuccessful. I thought that was originally in as well from Hack running quick. Ratati plays at Caen, going to have a second season there playing in the CEV Cup as well, with Caen having taken fourth in the league. Sweden, the roar of the fans will tell you everything you need to know. Hack is on it. Quick tempo. Opens up the seam. Aluga nowhere to be seen. And then Hack's back behind the service line for the first time. That 52-point score was better than her previous best in a European Championships of 42. Smashed it by 10. Rotar, whose brother also bronze medalist at World Championship level, and also EuroVolley a couple of weeks ago in Staya Blanki. Hack is unplayable, but France is still too strong as it stands. Dupé does not want that one. That is low in front of her. And with Hack, you might just have to stand up and give her the deeper one. We saw the other day that Fabrice made a lot of good digs on Hack by sitting wider and stepping up. But again, the side out from France has been solid. The pass, Ratatihi was really good. They're not scared, France. That's what I like about them. In every situation, we haven't seen them really stop fighting for each other. Hack loves that short line, especially after banging the angle a couple of times. She's already getting so much ball, but she's delivering. First time that the pass has gone from the French, and you can sense it from the Swedish fans. They know what's coming. The free ball's not quite where it needs to be. Good enough to get Hack in, but that is better from Dupé. And she goes with the short line with the tip too. Good battle this. There is just going to be a bit of a mismatch, I think, from Dupé on Helvig and on Hack. We saw it with Agonu on the right side. At times, they're just going to have to surrender plays because they're so high. But the same for France. Hack is hitting over the top of a lot. And she goes off the top this time and off the side of the fingertips of the French block. What's impressive from Hack is the variation of scoring off a similar set. They're running her fast, they're running her on the 10, but ace this time. Sweden have got France a little bit rattled. Jurlovic. She was brought out and did struggle a little bit with the connection with Hack, but that hasn't been the case today. The errors now from France, and just as I said, we haven't really seen them tighten up and be really on the back foot. Even against Italy, they were really pushing. Feel like they're one up, but the momentum is against them now. Schulan doesn't make many mistakes. Dupé stopped in the block. Sweden are absolutely cooking now. And Hack is already on 7 points. And she's already potentially on the way for breaking her own 52-point record. Silves knows where the ball's going, but the amount of angles that Hack can hit, last time off the hands, the tip line, we've seen the cross-body swing, we've seen another ace, and now France are suffering a little bit, and I think they've just called a timeout. Julan doesn't get beaten very often.
When Bella is back row, we need to accumulate points. When Bella is back row, she will go diagonal. Yes, we go normal. The tip is for position 2. This player ready for the roll shot because we can defend on this player here. When it's front row, we open with position 2 because we want position 6 here because she will go over the block. After we need to attack strong. Now she's front row. If we don't do the point, we'll come on a strong attack. Arela, France.
Everything about stopping Hack in the angle. 6 is behind the block in the angle because she'll go OT. We know she goes over the top. Good for EuroVolley, good for Sweden, good for volleyball. Excellent time here in Gothenburg. Off the net, and that's a shrewd one. One's up on the tip, so Ratahiti just rips one long. Julevek's there, look, just pushing up behind for the tip, and that leaves the line open. They're saying if you go over the top of Hack, they won't have as much of a problem about it. That's where they'll struggle, when the ball's off the net and France can come back and fight in transition from an easy first phase ball. And that's, I'm not saying they're undersized on the pin, Helvik and Hack, but they're not going to be massive out-of-system scorers. So they have to get that pass in so they can run a fast tempo offense and really put the physicality in the French block under pressure. France have been under the pump, but they're still up by 2. And the service pressure from France, as we've seen throughout this competition, is part of their DNA. And that is a tough one to deal with for Anna Hack. Hitting that left-hand seam, hitting it hard.
Okay, if the ball is coming like this short, you can exaggerate. It's okay like you did, It came in this way. So it was not bad. Okay, just we couldn't reach in the right way this way. This one, okay, because it was right, the comes over there in this way, okay? Dai, we need one reception. Dai.
One reception, because Sweden hitting out of rhythm and system is gonna pull France away. Big options everywhere, even without Lucille Riquel, top scorer in previous EuroVolleys, Helena Kazod, Champions League winner, and now Hannah Madubar. Really, Ratatihi is the 4th outside in this squad normally, but no signs of that. She is stepping up, doing a great job. It just shows the depth of French volleyball nowadays. Off the back of hosting the Olympic Games. Helvik, playing second season in Poland next year. They have to go for their serves as well. They have to put this French team under some serious pressure. Jump serve again from Silves. She made an ace last time. Brink moves her feet very well. Hack is there. Silves, what a defensive play. Unfortunately, it's into the net, and Hack scores again. How do you defend here? That's exactly what Hernandez wanted. Sit at 6, sit round, expect the ball to come through the seam over the top of the block. Olofsson. There you go, Sweden. Serving with real power. Olofsson. And And the French pass getting a bit of a taste of their own medicine. Ratatihi overpassing. And this time the ball's a little bit straight and quick. And a hack on the outside of the block. Going with the pat. Out of rhythm ball to the outside. That's been seen. Sweden are stepping up again here, but once more it's too tight, this time from a Swedish perspective. Crowd are loving this. Sweden, as always, hustling. 19 years of age, Cheryl Dupuy serves. What a bright future she's going to have. Hack loves tipping over the top, and especially with Dupuy playing defense, it's tough. Dupuy only brought into this squad for last year's Nations League. Rotar sort of has a look. Here comes the main threat behind the service line. She's got aces for days. Overpass. Out. Did everything right there, Anderson. Had to try and turn it away from the block defense. The block especially. The block did a good job there to put up a presence and make her turn it as well. That was an opportunity, not only an opportunity for Sweden to score, but for Hack to stay behind the service line. Hack, short tip. Julian is there for the first time. Not many players have done that. And France transition it into a kill through the pipe. Phenomenal work. Julovic steps in to try and take position one out. Good setting from Darnard Solos. She started this game well. Rotar. Giardino's in. We know what that is for. That's to help defensively. And in the reception, touch from Brink is a worldie. They go again, short over the top. Hack's there. She's out the offense, though. They come through the pipe. Shulan, outrageous. What a rally. This game's kicking off now. And that's exactly why you switch on EuroVolley TV for these big moments in these big matches. And a hack. It's in. 18 apiece. Brink, hang on, somebody's on the net here. There's no complaints for France. Sweden take the lead. They're going under the net. Dupuy here. Sign that the set was too tight. And yes, net touch. A little bit crabby about that, but now France call a timeout, one down.
We are not doing what we told, what we want to do, how the thing that will put them in trouble, so patience. After to serving 5, we serve like this, we serving 1. If you feel better in 1, we serving 1, because we are giving to them 3 balls. Setter close to 2, quick ball to Velas, he's stealing us.
love listening to Cesar Hernandez, always quite calm, but he's sort of saying, you're not following instructions and you're not putting him under pressure, and the service areas they discussed aren't being hit. Dupe is, yeah, good luck. Hannah Helvig helping with the middle, and that means Donna Solosa will be happy to just dish the ball backwards. Luga, we spoke about yesterday in that game for France, had 8 blocks, no kills, but 8 blocks against Italy. Helvig. Well, I said they wouldn't be that good in the out-of-rhythm balls. I was wrong. Close call, it's perfection. But France are finding their side out. What a game we've got on our hands here. Sweden currently 19th in the world, France 16th in the world. Europe's such a dominant force in world volleyball, with Italy leading the world rankings, Turkey in 3rd, Poland in 5th, Serbia in 9th, and the Netherlands in 10th. France on the counter. Seems open for Ratatihi. Timeout Sweden.
Something in the middle what we don't need. We have to do, we will take one ball like that, okay, and then we help a little bit the other corner, okay, behind the fair. Yes, yes, yes. We do the next. Yes, very confident, I tell you. We need only to make this small detail in better way, and we are there, okay?
Yeah.
Bye, 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 bye.
Daru Sansel. Love it. DJ's taking me back to my childhood. As Hannah Helvig doesn't step back. Again, high off the hands is a smart move against Silves. You will get battered if you try and hit down against a phenomenal start to this game. Dig from Anna Hack is there. Helvig again. And Hannah Helvig again proves me wrong with her out of rhythm and out of system hitting. That's 3 in a row from Helvig. And Sweden are rocking and are rolling now. With the home crowd behind them. I think we all know what a big result this would be, and whether you play Greece or Czechia in the knockout rounds from Brno. So that's, for me, a big deal. Czechia are up against Bulgaria now, losing the first set, actually. But Bulgaria already qualified. And a win 3-0, 3-1 for them with the take them level with Greece. But it doesn't matter. This game's heating up. And Sweden, their level has been wonderful. Hack hasn't been used for a while by her standards. And when she is, she batters it. Shulak with the pass. It's a good pass. Perfectly in rhythm. Pat on the back for Ratatihi. Really does get her arms on the ball really nicely, quick with the feet. Babez comes in. Another one that has a brother playing in Euro Beach Volleys in the Beach Pro Tour. France and Sweden both with good beach programs on the men's side, and that's straight down. And now France have stolen this just as Sweden are getting on top. Anna Hack has been shut down by Aluga and Dupuy. Come off the bench and done a great job, Shoot Bobet. Let's see if she can do it again. No. We go to overtime again in a Swedish game in this competition. No surprises. Reverse. France stay in front. Dupuy loves getting up. Again, swing blocking, leaving a little bit of the line. Dupuy has to just rotate the body a little bit to access that angle. It's not all posture and arm. So the 18-year-old makes her way in. Ivy, you're in. Matti goes for Avenir. And the set point for France, she's in to make a block. She's not gone that way, but now can the 18-year-old put up a hittable play for France to go 1-0 up? Sweden, what a bit of defense. Back to the outside, Brink is there. What a start to this game. The opening set delivering. Free ball, France straight down. No way. 3 or 4 outrageous pickups from Sweden. And then they make the block. And then they make the block. The home crowd, the big occasion, helping Sweden in this competition so much. It's Hack who will have the block and the point, but this from Brink was magic to the right-hand side. And the tip cover was ridiculous. Well, let's have a challenge, shall we? For what? A floor touch from France. Okay, France. We see you. That does not look like a floor touch from Julovic. It looks like a ridiculously good pancake that ends up off the forearm. Of course the Swedish fans are having fun. They are fighting their hearts out for each other. There's nothing between them. Hack goes back to serve at the perfect time. 10 points so far. 9 from 17. Can Hack spin this one around quickly? She's going to have a go. Julan is there. They would have played against each other a lot in Italy. A lot of big games for big titles. But France, again, their first ball side out at times has just been so hard to stop. Rotar again. Feel like she's really stepping up without Alamatubar in the squad. Another set point. Rotar passes well off. They have to try and make something here. Hack with a ridiculous play. How does she hammer that angle from that position? Who knows? And then there's another block from Sweden. They are blocking their brains out to stay alive in this set. And it's a pleasure to watch. Hack has to go and get that and then turn it back to 1. That is a nasty bit of work, even if you're Isabelle Hack, and you can do everything. Pass again from France. Dupuy on the right. Short tip, well seen from Anderson. Hack is a good set from Julovic. Julan just plucks it up from the left-hand side. And France come again, this time from Ratatihi. Some of the volleyball in this game is ridiculous. Julan, one of the best digger in the VNL this year again. former Milano, libero. And this game is intense. Sweden would like to find a first ball hit. Hack still on the backcourt, ace through the seam. And that one is for Giardino from Aluga. What a play. France win the first battle, but this is ridiculous. Aluga hits the seam, hits it crisp, and look at the thanks from Rotar. Set one, 28-26. We told you that this was going to be a fun one. Told you to get your snacks out and to get your beverages out. And this is the game we certainly wanted it to be. Serving targets always to the left of centre. A lot of pressure on 6 and 5, and France, yeah, still same sort of areas. Won't see so much to one. They're trying to take the front court receiver out. They're trying to make it so difficult to get Hack into the game. Not so difficult. (28-26). Hack on 10, the top scorer. Depi on 8. France are aggressive. Sweden, moments were hanging on. Not many better teams at hanging on though. They fought for everything. They hung on against Croatia from 2-0 down. They'll be okay. This ball has been a gift that keeps giving though. Hack came into this game with 135 points. And that's 40 points more than anybody else. Shows how much they rely on her. But Helevig on 3 out of rhythm, scoring shots. She's going at 50%. It's good stats for Sweden. Silves with the jump serve is going to start set 2. Hack. Another Hack attack on the right side. Once again, just a high ball. Julevic says, take this, and she says, thank you very much. It really doesn't matter what situation you're in. Slow ball, fast ball, you can dish it to her anywhere, and she'll do more than something with it. Middle's not quite in. Aluga takes it a little bit low. Now the first pass isn't there, and Italy haven't quite passed as well as what we've seen in other games. Dupé shows us what Hack's been doing for Sweden, and that's just being ultra physical in these situations. See you later. Shoveled in. It's a good pass. Hack to Hack through Jurlovic. The angle here is excellent from Anna Hack. Straight serve. She gets the ball into 2.5 where it needs to go. Sweden, I think, have come out of that first set with more confidence than maybe they had coming in. Even though they lost the opener, they know they've got France a little bit intimidated. Hack lines up beautifully, and again, I'm not sure that connection with Darnard-Salos with Dupé is good there, and you see the setter just point upwards to it and say, I need to give it to you higher. And they need to fix that. Anna Hack left side, second top scorer with 5. Isabel Hack already the leading scorer by 7. 3 in front of Dupé, but Dupé actually has a better attack efficiency at 53%. The tip's always coming there from Hack having made an error. She'll try and be more aggressive next time, I think. Whether there is a next time as France battle. Great set. What a great set from 6. Hannah Helvig take a bow. Isabel Hack continues the first one, but this from Helvig says it commits to the hands. And for a nation known for jump setting, they're pretty good on their knees setting as well. Vanjadu is in for Aluga. I don't think he's going to be that happy. (5-3). Again, the tip from Hack is Doug. Isabel Hack having to make the dig, and Anna Hack, is it in? Yes, it is in. Philippa Brink comes across to take the free ball like she should. Short tip scores again for Isabel Hack. I don't know how long Hernandez is going to be happy to let Hack get away with this one. They did say on the 10 they have to defend the angle, and 6 as well. But with the middle playing defense, she'll be aware of that. Hack does not stop, but this time she has run out of room. But if she does make an error, she says surely not. There must be a tip if it's gone out the back. The big challenge line. There was a touch. That's point 15 for Hack. We're on Hack watch because at the moment she's almost a third of the way to her points tally score the other evening. If this goes to 5, you never know. She might be up there again. On the outside, it's such good volleyball from France. High ball's the call. And high ball has been where Helvig has been exceptional. So in this situation, you have to always protect the line a little bit and go wider. It's a little bit of a slither left from France. Swedish fans are happy. Have to wait for confirmation to know how many fans are in. That's not quite there. Danard Salus has just lost a little bit of her rhythm to her hitters in this set. And we've seen it with Depie, we've seen it now to the middles as well. And Sweden will be happy just to capitalize on everything. Every opportunity they get from France, when it's not clean, you have Hack that will just batter it. She scored 16 points already. Middle again. Brinks on the edge of the block. She's just shifting and in transition. Easy money for Silves. Knows it's going to the pin. And the thing is, what's good here is they're trying to play a little bit quicker, but there's not many angles available here for Helvig because it is lower. And if Silves does get across, she has a very high chance of getting her hands on that one. There's no way that Helvig could hit that one up and off the hands. Hack again, this time trying to turn it into the sharp angle. It's a nice opportunity for France to get it back to just 2. But Helvig, in these vulnerable high-pressure situations, I think is where she's shining brightly here. She was the perfect support act in the 3-0 win against Montenegro, scoring 16 points to Hack's 30, and then 17 against Croatia. Net fault. France are watching everything. No problemo. France just need to tidy things up. Even though they're okay there. And to be fair, we've seen it in earlier games. Times against the likes of Montenegro and Croatia and Slovakia, where the pass hasn't quite been there. They've just been so physical that they can hit themselves out of trouble. But in this game, yes, they can hit themselves out of trouble, but I feel like Sweden are right there, bringing a very good level back. And with Hack, there's no one really, not many that can hit the amount of angles that she can. Even if you look at the likes of Paola Agonu, I don't know if she's got that one in her locker. She's got every single one, but...
We are in front of one of the best attackers of the world, that she will go everywhere.
And that's what he's saying.
What we cannot do is jumping against the setter team when the setter is back row, because that is not our level of volleyball. That means we are not in the game. I come back to the same in the beginning. Enter as quick as you can in the game. Talk about volleyball, the things that we want to do.
Some really smart points. A bit about Hack knowing, oh, have a look at this. We're getting our own Mexican wave around the arena. Showing us how busy it is. It's a sea of yellow. But back to Hernandez. Says if you're jumping with the backcourt setter who can't play the ball over the net, then the head's not in the game. And you can only agree with that 700 million% that France are just not locked in at the moment. Julan is. Block, but block out. The turn from Dupuy is a sound one. Helvig doesn't stop, does she? Oh, it's Anna Hack this time. My mistake, everyone. Also not stopping. Isabel Hack not stopping. We look like we're going to 1-1 here. And we look like that Hack is going to put another big number up on the board. Point 18, and Asa block 16 kills. Tell you what, she could be on 23 or 25 by the end of this set. Especially if she hits the serve like that again. That's in. And Isabel Hack is flying once again. Oh my word. She is having the perfect tournament. Battered. Absolutely battered.
This match, and listen to me, okay? This match is how we are able to be ready when the things happen as we want. This serve, bravo Bella. And after she will collect 3 points, 3 points like this. So we need to take gap. If we wait or we go there, yes, this team, no, this, no. After she will kill us. Patient, rally by rally.
Good to listen to, isn't he? And you have to say, he's right. Those things are going to happen. You can't do anything about that. No digging that one. But at the same time, the timeouts to try and affect the flow of Hack. France need to stay switched in. Hattie and Ajay come in for the double swap. Ajay's going to be at Besiktas in Turkey. My word! Hack is on absolute fire. 2 aces in a row. 2 different bits of the line. There is no playing that. And once again, Hack is putting in a superstar performance. Julan deals with it. Chuk Bay is in now, but there's a block. France are looking rot here in Gothenburg. And the Swedish superstar is leading the way. This is the best service run I think she's had in this entire pool phase. Maybe she's motivated by herself and inspired by her performance because she fires again. Giardino's in to try and make a pass, using a lot of subs. Finally, France get off of the rotation. And they'll be happy about that. And that's why everyone cheers loudly when you side out early. The first ball from a hack serve. Manjadou gets an ace back. They're all the same currency. Free ball, another chance for a break. Deep volley seam from Jardina, and that's what she's all about, reading the game and helping defensively. And Jai off the bench is stopped. Hack goes to the line this time, and that one's wide. Hack is human and does finally make an error. There's not been many of errors from Hack. Looks for the line and just ends up almost sidestepping into the ball. Maybe a sign that ball's inside. Jai tries to absolutely welly it from the service line, and you've got to tilt your cap to it. He's a cool, calm customer. Hernandez. We all know that his side are facing a few problems here. Giardino passes off. You think on the outside, France should be stronger than Sweden, but that's not been really the case. Noelle Chouk-Barbet stays on the front court. We haven't really seen that throughout this competition. Now she's back to serve. I think Rotar's in for Jardino on the front. Hack speeds up. That one's still in, so it's once that Hack doesn't put the ball away, and then Hack does put the ball away. It's ridiculous. Just in by the smallest of margins. The crowd will see that, and you can hear the cheers. And even Michele's smiling what he's watching. Somebody's been in the game for so long. Surely he's never witnessed on the side someone who can just run the game. Oh, hold on a minute. They've already had their fair share of injuries, France. They can't afford one to Silvez. And more aces. This time Jurlevic, oh, and that one's gotta hurt. Sweden are 5 away from leveling this up. (16 errors apiece. Sweden have had 58 attacks to 56. Sweden have had 6 aces to France's 3. And Hack has made 22 points. She's added again. She could be halfway to 50 at the end of set 2. And if this goes to 5, she might be on her way of breaking her own record again. France there in the defense. Error on the pin. Three away, Sweden. Round the back, that's a beautiful bit of work. Silvez is no problem after that slide into the chairs. She has a serve that could put Sweden under pressure. High toss. Aggressive on. Good shape in the pass from Sweden. And once again, Helvig on the high ball. Put Sweden within 2. Thoroughly deserved in this second set, Sweden. Enjoyed every minute of this performance, of every performance from them. But the way France played yesterday against Italy, and they had nothing to lose, really, they were at their best. And Miriam Silla said it was a real tough workout for them. But now the reverse pipe brings up set point, and it's Helvig once again. Set point for Sweden to bring them back to 1-1. They're going to have a free ball chance added as well to the outside. The tip, Ulan is there, but Sweden bring it back to 1 apiece. Ridiculous work from Sweden. They have crushed France in the second after picking up some real belief in the first. France now have more questions than answers going down the third set. (25-13), 28-26 in the first. What a game we're watching here. Told you so on EuroVolley TV. The best place to be to watch this game unfold. 15 attacks to 6. France have struggled to side out. Passing accuracy from France. A lot's been off the net, only 3 on target. Sweden, still only a couple, but it has been a little bit more progressive towards the net from Sweden. Oh, here we go again. Set 3. Perfect game so far, 1 apiece. France started well in the first, Sweden come back, and then they just ran away with set 2. Join the conversation online, hashtag EuroVolleyW. Well, we saw Hack score 52 points against Croatia, and that score's now higher in my maths, in my book, than the recognised single match records of every other major global senior women's national team competition. Bonu scored 45 in the World Championships, Jelic 44 in the Olympics, Marshek's had games at 42. So if I'm right, which if I'm wrong, please write in. Not the easiest stats to uncover. Hack went +7 on the World Championship record, +8 on the Olympic record, +10 on the VNL record. And she beat her own previous EuroVolley record of 42. Sweden enjoying some MJ. Juliek gets us into set 3. Do we have 2 5-setters on this final day to see us out of Gothenburg and towards Brno for these teams? Good turn from Hack. Labron on the side, cheering, knowing what she's watching from Sweden is special. Coming second in the pool might just be the difference in the draw that they need to make the quarterfinals, which is a big, big goal. Hack makes the first one. She might want the decision here. Hang on. The thing is, there's been a touch off the block cord, and I think she didn't see it. Rolling low to the right-hand side. Ratati. Helvig having to hit her way out of rhythm, and she does it again. And I question their out of rhythm hitting coming in. But it's been excellent this evening. All of these high balls just get up and stay aggressive off the hands. And Luger, who did a wonderful job yesterday with 8 blocks against Italy, hasn't had the same success against Sweden. Now they're in the block. France silence the Scandinavian just for a moment. the outside. Good battle this between Sweden and France at the moment. You have no idea which way it's going to go. But with Hack firing on all cylinders, that's her first point of this third set. Up to 23 she goes. Might not make 52 again this evening, but she's going to be up there. Next highest score is Helvik with 8, but she's been wonderful in supporting. She's at 62% efficiency now. And Hack's at 56 from 34 balls, which is wild. To the outside, Anna Hack. She chews one off the hands. And Sweden are in full flow here. They found that state that every team wants to be in, where everything's functioning. Everyone's operating together. They're all connected. And France don't like it. Rotar. It's a great out-of-system rip, isn't it? Who was sort of going head-to-head. I mean, she was substituted in the second set, but for Njai. But Dupuy was close with Hack scoring in the first set. But now there's no contest. It's a 10 from Dupuy. Rotar moves up to second top scorer for France again, just showing in every aspect, quick off the net, high and deep with the swing. You don't want anything else against Hack than that, high off the hands. Good battle. Rotar's high and she's long arms. Hack serving, and those that run she went on in the second was magic. And we talk about the small things that add up. It's a big moment. As we said, siding out the first ball when Hack is serving. They have to concentrate so hard here, France, and then take their chance. It's already shaping up to be a much closer set. France have got a bit better here. They're a lot more on it. Hernandez wasn't happy with the fight, wasn't happy with them not having their heads in the game, but now their heads look in the game. That's block out. Again, I'd say that the connection between the setter and the hitters isn't quite as strong as we've seen earlier on in the competition. And a Hack with a good float serve. Julan has to take it, and she's had a bit more of a quiet game. I find myself not speaking about her as often as I have done in the previous games, and that tells us a lot because she's the best receiver in the competition at the moment. And that's why the footwork going back opens up and tracks it back. It's money. France up by 1. Chance to go up by 2, but some of the blocks from Sweden. Sweden now have 5 blocks to France's 3. And there's not many teams that have outblocked France in this competition. And honestly, I didn't think Sweden would in this game. But they are, and they're playing very well. This is the best Sweden we've seen. They're riding the wave after a rest of that win against Croatia, where they weren't playing this level until sets 3, 4, and 5, and Croatia was certainly playing their best level as well. Hernandez looks like a man trying to hold all his emotion in. Another block. Block number 7. And France is sinking again here. Timeout taken. So good from Julovic, just in the right spot.
They are here position 4, here the middle blocker, and here the setter, okay? So if we play quick, they will be there. They are right, okay? So I don't know the sense to play quick with this team, okay? Because in a normal mode, nobody will arrive and we can attack strong. After you wanna keep playing quick, bravo. High, deep, okay? No close the attack. Easy. More we are able to do the things simple and easy, we will win the match. Adela,
You can only agree with Hernandez there. If you play quick, their block's going to come into the game. If you play high, they're going to be able to go over the top. Sweden are not the biggest blocking team. And Hernandez, as Halimadi looks on, we just hope that that's not a serious injury. We know she's going to play in San Francisco, and we want her to be ready for that season, even if she can't come back for the rest of EuroVolley. Another 3 ball. This is to go up by 3. Hack takes another one. I wonder how it feels to just be in a situation like this, full flow, and you can't do anything wrong for a whole competition. He hasn't put a foot wrong. And this is game 5. And now in the last 3 matches, she scored 113 points. And this game's still a long way away from finishing. Better. Brings speed into the inside. Let's see if France do go back to the high ball offense. Overtime more. Danasalo's serving. And that's a long distance on the set. Errors now creeping in from Sweden. That's a tough one because the block's right in the face of Helvig. Tough when the ball's outside of the right sideline. It's a long distance, 8 meters at least, 8.5. Brink is there, free ball. They're going to have to survive here, Sweden, and then try and get the ball to Hack if they can. They won't, because this is what France want. Put you under pressure from the service line, get the ball back. And Donald Solos finds Dupuy with another quick ball, so I don't know how that's going to make Hernandez feel, but I guess off a free ball, they want to speed up.
This one at the end, the attention, say, oh, don't worry, we have to do the next side out. Okay, if we are there, it's okay, we lose 2 points, doesn't matter. We start again to do the right. Okay, die, hide together. Hide together. No problem.
And that's a sign of a man who knows his team are performing. Phenomenal. See fans of all ages enjoying their volleyball here in Gothenburg. good timeout. Adetihi, smile on the face. Still fast offense, but the deep high swing is the difference of what he's also talking about, Hernandez. Ace. And it's been a weird middle patch to this game. Feel like the levels just died off from Sweden. Hack and Helvig both going for the same ball. And France won't stop fighting. They'll peg themselves back, and Ratati's serve is all out of sync. You can't really get Hack in the game here. They go back to the outside. Chipped over the top is a nice one from Helvig, 0.9. Well, I think Hack is at 24 points, 54 attack percentage. But also Hack and Helvig are both around 50% in terms of their attack efficiency, and that's really good numbers from both of the outsides. France are also at the 50s. It's just Rotar that's at 39. Another tip. Julan is just covered from 5 all the way over to 1 to keep that ball alive. Reverse back set to no avail. Dupé on the high ball. Absolutely leathered. Again, showing France have a high ball option with Dupé. You had 2 with Barb. You still have 2 very good high ball options in Ratatihi and also in Rotar. They're both big, but they're not quite Alamadou Bar big. France are 2 up. France are 3 up. They've got the decision. They thought for a moment it might go against them. They got a couple of stops on Hack. Dupé's starting to score and Rotar's in the game on the left side. Love this game so far. It's loads of ebbs and flows. Haven't seen Hack for a while. Have we really put one away? Anna Hack, who's really good at mixing up the tips. Yes, she's a little bit smaller on that left side, but she gets up well. And that's a great play. Short on 6. Block, but block out. In a couple of those. Pats on the back for Donald Salou. So happy with the height and the ball that they're getting. They go after position 5 again, trying to stop Hack getting in the game, and it sort of works for a moment, but not for too long. 0.25 is up. Feels like her scoring has dried up a little bit in this set compared to the previous one where she was just gung-ho. France have to be careful here though, because we know what happened in the previous set. Went on a run of about 4 serves, and that would put Sweden in the driver's seat. Julan the target, she's put to the floor. The P, perfect. Another difference in this set is both times Hack's gone round to serve, they've sided out first ball. And in the grand scheme of things, that is absolutely huge. Well, the errors are coming now. Quick play. And again, Anna Hack tries to get physical. We've seen that one before where she looks for the touch. They've got to bring Isabel Hack back in now. She gets dug. France are right on top here. And now everything is going their way. Second set, everything, all the flow was with Sweden. Timeout, Michele.
Okay, now one time you have to do with slide, okay? So one time you have to go, slide gamma, okay, to come inside. One time is okay. Okay, in this situation, yes. Slide gamma, we go. Okay, Annie, this has to come for you, Okay, just if he's going a lot inside, then we have to manage also with gamma, the reception. But normally it has to be quick ball. Okay, aggressive in the middle of the block. Hey, play all of us to help each other, teamwork for this side out to be. Dai, David, take a risk for save. Dai, man, dai.
Maybe the next Hack sisters watching on. France are cooking now. Can they hold on and hold this level through the rest of this set and another one? Because Sweden have just dropped the ball a little bit in the quality, and France are really turning the screw here. There's a lot more traffic to the outsides, and they've limited Hack massively in this set. Maybe now Brink will go to Hack. She does. It's tight, but it's an attack line fault. Maybe, yes. Too tight from Philippa Brink with the set. And from winning the previous set, 25-13, and 19-14 down. Gustafsson's in. Absolute game changer in my eyes in that Croatia game. Straight swap for Julovic. Julan with a really good high ball. Again, just sometimes Dupuy doesn't quite get her feet to the ball inside it, and means the arm's a little bit rash and out of bounds. Giardino's in to pass for Rota. Matatihu is going to get this back. Brink scoops. Hacks back in. There's still time for Sweden here. 4-point game with Hack arriving on the front court very soon. They just need to keep serving tough and making the digs and loading through Hack. And here we go. Another one to Hack here on the right side. Another point for Sweden. They're back to 3. Everything should go, and probably will go, Hack's way. Gustafsson had a really good connection with Hack 2 nights ago, and Hack is up high and banging away. The yellows love it.
Dai, with Bella. Where is Cyril? With Bella, okay? You are like this. After I need to do this, to do this, late, okay? We need to be, when she go high, we do this in defense. We need to be here, okay? And now we'll be up with the ball. If not, we'll be too late, okay, to control the ball. Dai, we need to attack. Still we are cap, all the options that we don't. Vale, one side out. Alera, pass.
Great advice about how to dig better Hack. Whether it'll work, we'll have to wait and see, because France need to hold their nerve. That's one more point towards going 2-1 up. Changes are coming in. Shoot Babez coming in to serve and just play one defensive rotation for Silves. France know that they have to earn every point from here on in. Babez coming in with the float serve. Pass is perfect. Hack on the 10. Oh! Off the bench. And one on the noggin. That's a tough start for Shoot Babez. Good luck digging that one. Comes in to serve and hopefully make a dig. Babez back on the court. Anderson's had some good moments behind the service line. Sweden have worked their way back into this. Remember, 19-14 down. Another dig. Oh, thought that was out for a moment. Aluga had to turn it. Sweden running out of time. France are showing that they can resist a Swedish onslaught. They didn't show that in the previous set. Off the net. No hack this time. They need a break here. France take the break. And that should be good enough now for France. Great to see the fans so invested, and we hope that this popularity of volleyball in Sweden just keeps on growing. I mean, the Swedish side took a silver a long time ago underneath the guidance of Anders Christensen, who's now one of the head coaches of the beach team, doing so well. Set point France. It looked as if Sweden were coming back, but fair play to the French outfit. Hack goes over the top. It's delicate, delicious, delightful. But it's going to be too little, too late, I think. Touch off the hand of Rotar, exactly what she was looking for. Another set point for France. Rotar on the counter now in transition. Hack again, and Hack has gone the wrong side of the sideline, and France take the third set here. 25-20, much better from France. They've stopped Hack really getting into the game. I think only 7 points for Hack in that third set, which is very low by her standards. And now Sweden have it all to do. After a perfect second set for them, it's always tough to back up that performance and do it again in the set after. But you can only give credit to France. They're back moving and shaking in the right direction. 2-0 for Sweden, 2 aces. Blocking distribution, again, depends on the tendencies, depend on who it is. It'll be interesting to see how you block Hack. We know there's a lot of angle blocking. There's a lot of angle blocking to pay as well, which is no surprise with the way that she hammers it through that right side. Join the conversation online. Can Sweden and Hack get their way back into this game? They managed to nullify Hack a little bit there, or fairly well, France, through their service pressure. The pass certainly wasn't where it has been, and France have got the better passing stats in this game. With 13 perfect receptions, 27 from 68 positive, and then 18 from 56 positive receptions from Sweden. 9 perfect. Well, the whole country are pushing behind Sweden. Some of the moments that they've had in this competition will just motivate the youngsters, entice everyone to follow this sport more and more. But they need more again from them if they want to go to 5. Net touch passes a bit too tight. Sellers under pressure. It's tough because if you do miss, you want to miss tight. You don't want to be setting the ball 5-6 meters off the net and it only having one option and then being under pressure. Through the right, Hack is there once more. Point 30, we're keeping an eye on that this evening. Seems open, passes in. Hack's back to serve early. France will have to have their crash helmets on, but they're also going to have to hope that it goes out the back like it just has. That was a huge difference in the last set. Didn't get the serve going, Hack. France have got the serve going, and they're putting the hitters under pressure from Sweden. And you can just see that the pressure that France are under has lifted. That's just been shoveled in, and again, Hack trying to get that angle away from the body, but she struggled with it a few times. Isabelle Hack, massive on the right. Deflection gives France their opportunity. Hack again. Off the hands, really tested with the set location here. This will be a much better view. Good scoop. But come and get this one, Bella. I think it was Linda Anderson that set it from the middle. Shows how adaptable she is. She'll make up for anything. That's good. They have the advantage here. As Hernandez was saying, high ball offense against them on the outsides, especially when Hack's on the backcourt, will work fine. And he said it, if we play high and we hit deep, we win the game. And let's be fair, they've been setting higher, hitting higher, and they're winning the game. Hannah Helvig. Wide and fast, and Hannah Helvig's at it again. Up to 10 points now. She's hitting at the same efficiency as Isabel Hack at 53. She scored 10 from 19. Anna Hack 9 from 22. Again, just caught inside, and she doesn't really have the arm that's really going to turn the ball yet. A lot's done with the upper body as she tries to turn the upper body to the line. And there's a net touch. My bad, says Helvig. Yeah, big net touch with the left arm. Again, smart from Helvig. Different speeds. The roll shot quickens up late. Just gets a touch to pay, and Ratatihi can't really react in time. And that's always tough playing defense. If the ball takes a late deflection, then Philippa Brink makes one on Rotar. Free balls in again. Round the back they go quick, and Philippa Brink is almost knocked over onto the floor. Still keep it low and flat. But also, I don't know if Depi is really a high ball player in the fact that she's high, but she's not really turning the ball with the arm. It's to access the line, it's a turn of the body. Well, if Sweden are going to win this game, they need Hannah Helvig to keep doing this heavy lifting offensively. So good, high, deep, through the seam, on to 12, 57%. Now she's serving. Anna Hack back to the outside on the front court. Dupay. Wow. They think it's in. Anna Hack looking to go off the tip, and it's a smart move. She'll be fully aware that the work in the angle isn't quite working for her, but all of this is wiping, tipping against the big block, making it tough. And Beluga had an easier game against Italy, who were pumping the ball on the pins. Dupay's been so good. Helvig is everywhere at the moment, though. Offense, defense, then Hack. It's tight for Hack. And Hack gets Sweden out of trouble. because this set was super tight, and if you weren't Hack, you'd probably get blocked. But where Julian's expecting the short tip.
Can we play? Yes or no? They are tipping, basically. This tip of bell, a great tip. But after roll shot or tip there in the middle, position 1. After position 4, we are running because we go inside, we run. We see the tip, we run. We need to run for defense, the tip. Haydi, they are doing all that.
Block for Sweden. It's coming good again for them now. This game is just going up and down like a yo-yo. And that's a real good response from Ratatihi. The wide ball has to make that dive in the angle. She knows she's one-on-one and she can see the approach of the hitter going in that way. High, the blocks there from Sweden. They're coming again though, France Depie. Hack doing her job in the tip cover, takes her off the offense. You wouldn't be able to get the ball to her anyway, but Anna Hack is back in the game. The outsides are really delivering here for Sweden. Again, out of rhythm, fast off the outside hand of the French opposite. Now the pass is out of rhythm. We might just have another 5-setter. Dana Solos, brilliant reactions. Tip off the hands again from Anna Hack. They got to be ready for that, France. And then Isabel Hack slices one wide. Are back in control, and Helvig's pass, it's hard to deal with that. Ratatihi has just ripped a float serve. It's point 12 for her. Both of the outsides on 12. It's a very equal game. Minus Hack on 31, but even Hack's been quieter. And another ace. And Sweden now, from having all the momentum, Ratatihi has just crushed them with two massive serves. You'd say that maybe Hack's there too early. If she could get there and volley it, it'd be great, but it's just dipping too low for her. There's no chance.
Move a little bit when he's going with the roll in the other side. Important you don't make lateral. Okay, touch the net, doesn't matter. We help a little bit. We help Brava, we help the top of the net. Okay, in this ball, and we have to keep the ball in front. Okay, maybe also this one, they pay attention because she can broke the rhythm now with float short. And reach with the feet, Bye. Yeah, open, die. Die, guys, die.
timeout can calm the situation and put the pressure on the server again. It's close though. Complete change of location, so it's a raise and move from Ratatihi. But France are not short of being brave. Rotard. Brink with the dig. Julan skips on in. Should be a France point here. And the good run continues. They're finding their rhythm and their flow, that's for sure. Julan with a good free ball up at 3. That's going to hold the block up. And if you can get Dupi one-on-one, you back her all day. Aluga still on 5 points, just the 1 kill block. This evening, funny how it can change in an evening for the French middle. Here they come again. High ball, Rotard, good cover, good discipline. Also good discipline from Sweden. Ulevik goes with the second ball attack, and that works. They're finding a way. Even with Hack only scoring, I think, 9 points since the end of the second set, which isn't much. Looks to get back in the game, but she fires long. There's just been a couple of errors that have shown their face from Hack. Very rare. And the line was open. She did not hold back on that. It was an absolute thrashing. Well tracked in the pass from Anna Hack, down the short one, beats Julan, and you can see just, well, how annoyed she is that she cheated on the short one last time, and then she's flying for that one and can't quite get there. And she does fly. Through the middle, Silves. Well, Czechia beat Bulgaria in Brno. So now we know that Croatia will play Serbia. Czechia will play the loser of this game. Greece will play the winner of this game, and Bulgaria will play Italy from Brno, with that action starting Sunday. So Sweden, well, I'm sure Czechia are watching this game, as are Greece. Welcome if you are watching on EuroVolley TV. We're going to have some exciting matches. Rotard. Her time to make an error. Tries to say high into the deep angle, and that's absolutely fine. And she's stayed aggressive, and that's probably the main thing that France need now. Dupé stays aggressive. That crossbody is a weapon. We've seen so much of the line, and if the middle is late getting out, doesn't commit really to the middle. Olofsson, but doesn't get out to the pins and match the speed. Swedish fans will be willing their team over the line here. They would love to finish on a real high, and that's better. France have served really well. Made it tough to really get Hack into this game. as much as we've seen previously. In set 2, she was on one. Attack percentage higher with Sweden, but more aces from France. 4 more blocks from Sweden, 4. But Sweden had 35 errors. France's 26. 10 errors, a big difference at the moment. The hand, surely Hack's going to be unleashed now. Hack is unleashed. Sardino on the backboard, I think, celebrating, influencing the game, coming off the bench. Is exactly why she's in here to play 6. Gets a scoop on Hack, and that is so important. And again, with the physical options that they have, playing high and swinging high is perfect for France. Hernandez said it. Hack will score though. Fast chop into 3, or between 3 and 6. Good luck. Giardino beaten last time, but then she's pinned back. Wow, from Sweden. Just when you feel that France are looking solid again, Dupé's stopped. And Hack's back behind the service line. And this is Sweden's big opportunity in this set to get 2 or 3 up. Bella Hack. Slightly out of rhythm. 2 up again. Back to the outside, Ratatihi stopped. Can they put this away? Shulan is there. Back to Ratatihi once more. Slow ball offense, nothing to Hack on the 10 yet. Off the hands, now they might get Hack in the game. Here is Isabel Hack, and she stopped. And listen to the crowd just lose their voices. You could hear a pin drop in here. Nobody's expecting Hack to get blocked, but it's superb. You just hope that the Luger's okay. They want to keep blocking the angle, and that's the thing with blocking. You just have to be there every single time. You're not going to make every single block. You do have to be there every single time for that moment. These are the games that EuroVolley well and truly about. Sweden gave us one of the best games against Croatia 2 nights ago. France and Sweden here is another gift that just keeps giving to us. Surely Hack has to go again. That's a better set. It's probably a little bit tighter. Foots over from Hack. And then again, you just have to maybe just question the delivery of the ball here. If Hack's getting caught a little bit inside and low here, it's too tight, and then Hack goes underneath anyway. Again, it's not quite there. You can see the look from Anna Hack at Jurlovic to say, hey, tries to keep it quick. Silves gets across and sees it. There's not much Helvik can do about that, sorry. France leading. Timeout, Sweden.
We build our rally. Okay, just a little bit the solution was a little bit higher. Okay, in this part. Okay, this one you have to keep in front there to stay in the second belt without move, because you saw the ball is coming like this. So we have to keep. So all of us then, if the ball is off, we have to go to help. Finish. Okay, we have to try this situation like this. Okay, nice. Via.
5 away, France. Just like yesterday, they made Italy really battle. Sweden are making them fight for everything. Point 35 for Huck. Are we going to have 2 games here in Gothenburg that go the distance? And that's the change that we sort of expected to maybe happen with Gustafsson coming in. Just to see if she can find that high ball to hack in these closing stages. A break now and France will feel like they're away. Hack. Oh, the dig for Julan was money, but Hack just brings too much heat to the equation. And again, that's exactly where Hack needs it. See you later. Now, Bella Hack is on the front court. Problems for that man. He'll be wanting to serve them as tough as we've seen in the last 2 sets, that's for certain. Long angle serve this time. Gustafsson once more is a hero off the bench. A hero against Croatia 2 nights ago.
Can be 3, okay? After, they will follow like crazy, okay? Here, the line will be open, okay? Protect this long way, help each other and cover everybody. Bella in front. Alena, pass!
Good dig, McKelly. Get up there, coach. We just heard Hernandez saying about watching the shoulders, I think, in the serve, and that's a real good indication of where the angle of the serve's going to go, or the direction of the serve. Rotar. France will not want this to go to 5. Sweden will be confident in the 5th set. They've won 2 of them. One against Slovakia, where Slovakia came back from 2-0 down, and then Sweden snatched it and set almost every ball to Hack in that. Final set. 23-22. This has to go down. It does go down. And for 19 years of age, you can only be in awe of the big moments. He's on 25 at 56%, so she's scoring at more of an efficiency than, higher efficiency than Hack is. Shook Barbet back off the bench. 1 point so far. Serve and play defense. That was a crazy swing from Dupé. He's wanting to hang with Hack. And to hang with Hack, you have to keep going. Hack raises the bar once again. Gustafsson is finding her really well. That one's a little bit inside. Hack has to go and get it. Set point Sweden to send us to a 5th in the final game in Pool D. Dupé goes wide, we go to 3. Sweden And Gothenburg erupt here in the Scandinavium, and rightfully so. What a day. We've had 2 5-setters to finish off. After the opening day was full of 3-0s. France want to challenge the block touch here. Oh my days. Off the shoulder of Anna Hack. And Anna Hack says, yeah, maybe. No complaints. She had to celebrate. There's a lot on the line. But now Sweden have to go again. Moments ago, thinking that they had won. Set 4. Hack can't quite find the ball again on the inside. Dupé can turn it round. And from a situation where Sweden thought we were going to a 5th, France all of a sudden have match point, and Sweden have to find their pass. Hasn't quite been there. Match point for France. Out the back. What a moment again. The match winner goes back in Hack and can really turn this around. Philippa Brink has just been hit so high. What a robust bit of work that is from Rotar. And Ratatihi on the wing. They have been aggressive. And now it will be Ratatihi to serve for the match. Second match point for France. Sweden thought they had this set won. Hack on the backcourt. They've got to try and find her here. They do find her. What a dig from Julan. But the ball goes down anyway. Ridiculous from Hack. There's so much line open to her because they know the set's dying inside. They're going to keep taking the angle. If she's quick enough with her feet, she can go and get it. And she's high enough to turn it back late. This Swedish team have given their fans an incredible amount of fun. Anna Hack's got France under a bit of pressure. Dupé. Anna Hack's there defensively again. Isabel Hack, no. Dana Solos is put to the floor. Dupé off the hands, and France will have a third match point. They've shown a lot of class here, the French. There's moments where, like the second set, where they didn't show up. Since then, they were comfortable really in the third. They were tested, but they were comfortable. And in this set, it's been a real battle for them. And they're not stepping away from the challenge. Fourth match point. This is a problem to Sweden. They have to try and make some lemonade from lemons. This is the biggest opportunity they've had, France, to do this, and they have done it. They've turned this one around. Sweden thought they had taken this to a 5th. France have survived a real battle in Gothenburg, and they go through second from Pool C. I don't think either team will be disappointed. I think that was a real good game of a high level. Both teams have been tested. Both teams head to Brno, having had some really good competition in Gothenburg. But France takes second in the pool. They've only lost the one match to Italy. And they've done a superb job of calming Hack in sets 3 and 4. They will play Greece. Sweden will play Czechia. As there's the end of another fantastic game here at EuroVolley. Wherever you're watching on EuroVolley TV, we hope you enjoyed it. It was a fantastic one. Sweden thought they took it to 5 before the challenge. It showed a touch off of Anna Hack's shoulder, and then France turned it around. A lot to Hack, a lot to the outside, nothing to the middle. That's been Sweden's way. They don't run the middle very much at all. Very pin heavy. But neither have France. Dupuy with another game there. In big moments, she was really there. 29 points at 58%. Isabel this evening. Italy topped the group, France second, Sweden third, Croatia fourth. We say goodbye to Slovakia and Montenegro from Pool D. It's been a magical week for Swedish volleyball, and they weren't that short this evening from a big result. Wow. There is no more schedule. The schedule has been completed. Some amazing games through there. The 3-2 today, Croatia to get through. France today also, but the Sweden-Croatia game 3-2, August the 25th, was a big, big game here. And a big memory for Swedish fans.
Lilo, congratulations for victory. Now we know everything. France will play against Greece in the 8 finals. How it was happened tonight?
We are really happy about the game we did tonight. We knew it was a difficult game, but we pushed and we put all of the end of our energy in this game, and we wanted this victory so bad also to our teammate who got injured in the game yesterday. So we are really proud and really happy about this game.
Some message for your fans in France on your language.
Merci beaucoup de nous supporter. On va essayer d'aller le plus loin dans la compétition et on va essayer de se qualifier pour les quarts après les huitièmes contre la Grèce. Merci.
Thank you very much and good night from Göteborg.
Well, France are happy, and they should be. They've been tested, but to come out of this group with just the 1 loss to Italy and only dropping, well, the 1 set this evening, the 3-2 Italy, so 4 overall. It's a very, very good week in the office for France. Sweden will make the most of their moment with the fans and memories that will last a lifetime. But we go to Czechia for the next round of games that start on Sunday. So 2 days off, a day to travel, a day to train, and then we are back in action on EuroVolley TV. You can see everything. I've been Louis Lett.
you want me, push me, you want me.